Hello everyone, Melissa Forziat here, taking the donut on a trip to Tokyo, to Japan in general, for 2 weeks. I was supposed to do this trip back in 2020. Obviously it didn't happen in 2020, and now it's 2025. I went on this trip with my friends Punch and Deborah. The plan is 2 weeks. Most of that time for me is in Tokyo. I've got 2 days in Kyoto. Punch and Deborah and I sort of split off when we got to Kyoto. They're going to do probably an extra couple days doing sightseeing outside of Tokyo. For me, the big outside of Tokyo visit was going to be Kyoto for 2 days. So yesterday we took the Shikansen, the bullet train, to get from Tokyo to Kyoto. It's fast, it's smooth, has this like slight vibration that basically lulls you to sleep, even though you should be looking at the sights. It was hard to keep my eyes open. It was so peaceful, that train ride. Then we got to Kyoto Station. And I had decided for my stay here that I wanted to stay in the Arashiyama area the whole time. There's a bamboo forest in this area. I thought it would be really peaceful. And I decided that the only other sightseeing I was going to do in Kyoto was going to be, I was going to walk from Kyoto Station to Arashiyama. Not necessarily a walk that I recommend for any other human on the planet, but I did it. I would say normally it would take about maybe 2.25 hours if you know where you're going. For me, it took about 3, which is fine in general if I'm going for walks because I walk that length a lot, but with a backpack on my back, not so much. And the sun. It's really hot here, but there were whole stretches of the walk where there wasn't a lick of shade, not any shade to be found, not one tree, not one leaf, not one building, no respite whatsoever. So my brain was fried, and about 2/3 of the way into the walk, I started to have to stop into like every 7-Eleven and every Lawson's drugstore asking for directions or just getting into some air conditioning. Only one person I spoke to actually knew some English. Nobody else did, but boy, were they all helpful. Every single person did what they could to direct me and help me get a little further down the line. There was even one little bar or restaurant that I stopped into. I had gotten to Arashiyama, but I was on the wrong side of the river, and I didn't know it. And I stopped into this little bar, and there was this little boy who was minding the front for his mom, and he calls his mom up, and we were both... She didn't speak English and I didn't speak Japanese, and we were trying to figure out like how to get me to where I needed to go, and she spent so much time directing me. Everybody has been so lovely. So I finally got to Arashiyama, and I decided not to do this video yesterday when I arrived because I was a mess. I was a hot mess when I arrived here. I've never sweat so much in my entire life. But what I wanted to say, so I'm about to venture out into Arashiyama to check out the bamboo forest and to check out the other sites in the area. But I wanted to take a moment to share a little bit about where I'm staying, which I'm in front of right now. This is Arashiyama House Mama, or Mama Arashiyama House. I'm not sure which one. This is a little boutique hotel, not a lot of rooms, like sort of 2 small hallways with some guest rooms in it. And it's attached to a pizzeria. So this first level, right through this window, there's a little like fancy Italian eatery with like pizzas and pastas of kind of interesting Japanese flavors and ingredients. This place is so cool. I don't know if you can hear it because I'm using a microphone, but it's like shaded, and there's like privacy hedges and gardening, like gardens, and bugs, really loud bugs that basically function as white noise, both when you're outside and inside your room. When I first arrived, there was somebody waiting for me because it's a small hotel with not a lot of people staying here, so they know when their arrivals are happening. And there was just somebody waiting for me. And she guided me to a little table. She gave me this little strawberry drink. It was like a tea, so refreshing. And then she gave me a bit of an orientation. They walked me over to the hotel portion. They had me take off my shoes, and they gave me some sandals. And then We walked into the hotel part of it, which I promptly forgot how we got in, which was going to be interesting for me later when I couldn't remember how to get out. The carpet in the hallways is like the softest carpet in the world. There's this lounge for all the guests that you can sit in, and they have coffee and tea that you can just drink it and access it for free. There's soft music playing everywhere. I got into my room, and they have all these fancy, like, technological ways to get in and out of the room. Like, you put your finger here, you hear a mechanism open there, you put your card here, the latch opens. It's pretty cool, actually. Then you get into the room, and there's all these sliding doors and hidden panels with different treats and things in them. They gave me pajamas that I could use, like traditional Japanese pajamas I could use for the whole stay. I can even go to the restaurant in them. The toilet greets you when you arrive. It senses your arrival, and it lifts its own lid. It lights up, and it's sort of like, I don't even know the word for it. It sort of refreshes itself, waiting for whatever's going to happen to it. Unbelievable. There's a little garden outside my window where I can hear these same bugs as white noise. It's just so peaceful. Every time when I tried to leave my room last night to go get dinner, I couldn't remember how to get out. I was like, I think I came downstairs to get here, but there's no door to get out. All I could see were guest room doors. And so I walked back and forth a couple times looking for the exit. And then I got a little closer to a wall, and it slid open and revealed a hidden panel back to the restaurant. Unbelievable. Every time I leave this place, there's always somebody waiting for me, like as if they knew they know my schedule, but they don't, because I don't know my schedule. They keep giving me the same little table in the restaurant, so I feel like it's my table somehow. This is just so peaceful. I am really enjoying this place to stay. So even though I'm about to venture out and I don't actually know much about what Arashiyama looks like yet, I wanted to make sure I took a moment to share with you my experience of staying at this hotel. And now let's go see what's out and about there.